When it comes to the post-up game in the NBA, no one has done it better than Hakeem Olajuwon. He used to fool defenders with this series of post moves, so much so that they nicknamed him Hakeem the Dream for his signature dream shake that he embarrassed countless top big men with. Since he retired, Hakeem has not only trained many bigs, but star wing players as well, such as Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, who saw the value in learning the art of the post-up game, and as a result, their offensive bags became that much deeper, causing havoc for defenders. While Hakeem was in Houston sharing his wisdom on the post game, there was a young kid growing up in Cameroon who idolized the dream. Like Hakeem, he didn't get his start in basketball until later in his young life, but when he did get his basketball career underway at age 15, his coach knew what to start him on: tapes of Hakeem Olajuwon that he'd watched nearly every day. And because of all this, it had to make what Hakeem recently said about him sting even more. So today, we'll look into how Joel Embiid was criticized by his idol, Hakeem Olajuwon, in a Sports Illustrated interview, and how the Dream prefers one of Embiid's biggest rivals, Nikola Jokic, over him. We'll break down why this had to hurt Embiid considering his history studying and looking up to Hakeem, and we'll also see Embiid's response to Hakeem's statement and how he's taken this criticism personal to dominate the game in his own way. This is Topic Tackle. Let's go. What's good, people? JC3 here. Appreciate you tuning in once again to Topic Tackle. This is where we dive deep into the basketball world. We see through storylines and narratives and give you the perspective that the media doesn't venture to. So if you're tired of all the shallow analysis that's out there, you want to dive deeper into the basketball world, becoming a deep diver, go ahead and hit subscribe and leave a like on this video. I greatly appreciate it. Joel Embiid is having yet another monster season for the Philadelphia 76ers. Through 53 games played, he's posted averages of 33.4 points per game on nearly 54% field goal shooting, 10.1 rebounds, 4.1 assists, and 1.6 blocks. At the time of this video, Embiid, a center, is leading the scoring title race. He's had some of the most memorable performances of the 2022-23 season, like when he dropped 101 points in a 24-hour period, with 42 points against the Hawks on November 12th and 59 the next night versus Utah. Or when he went head-to-head with the man he finished second to in the last two MVP races, Nikola Jokic, and gave him the business with 47 points on 58.1% from the field and 4 made threes to go along with 18 rebounds and 5 assists. Or when he caught the inbound with 7.2 seconds left with the Sixers down by 1 and proceeded to drive right on Jusuf Nurkic, spin back to his left, and connect on a fadeaway mid-range jumper from the free throw line a la Kobe Bryant to win the game for Philly. What's the common denominator here? The man does incredible things on the court, he posts insane numbers, and all of it contributes to wins. There are no empty stats with Embiid, and his efforts are directly tied to the Sixers' success not only at home, but on the road as well, where Philly sits at 19-12, right behind the Celtics, who are a league best 21-12 away from home. As we know, with success comes criticism, and while this isn't a surprise for the world's top athletes, in Embiid's case, the source of this piece of criticism echoed a lot louder than the rest. Alright, let's pause for a quick shout out to Rakuten, who is not sponsoring this video, by the way. They're just the #1 option for cash back with online shopping. I use Rakuten whether it's through the website or the app every time I shop online, and I have a link in the description down below. Now, I'm completely transparent. This is an affiliate link. I will get credit if you go to this link, but most importantly, you will get credit, because when you spend $30, you'll get $30 back, and whatever store that you're shopping at, depending on the cash back that they're giving right now, you'll get that percentage back as well. It's legit. I've used this for years. Think about it like this: support my channel through the link by buying whatever you want online. That's a pretty good deal, right? Let's get back to the video. Because on January 18th, 2023, Sports Illustrated's Chris Ballard published an article titled "Post Play is a Lost Art in the NBA. What Happens to Those Who Still Believe in It." The lengthy cover story dives deep into the NBA archives of post play, how the traditional post player has become a dying breed in the modern NBA, and how one former player in particular still believes in the power of the post-up game. And that player is none other than Hakeem the Dream, who gave his take on modern-day bigs in the league, with Embiid being one of them. Olajuwon likes him and has given him advice, but he has questions. He's got all the moves, but leveraging the moves is different. Why would he be shooting threes? Olajuwon asks. He has the advantage every night, and if I have the advantage, I'm going to wear you out. But threes? That's settling. When I'm tired, I settle. You don't settle when you're trying to win. You don't start the game settling. Not only did Hakeem have this to say about Embiid's style of play, but he also shared the following about one of Embiid's biggest rivals, Nikola Jokic. He's playing the game and you think he's not serious, but he's so effective, marvels Olajuwon. He doesn't look strong, but I see he gets such deep post position. I think maybe it's the mismatch, but then he does the same thing against bigger guys. His shot, his fakes, they are very difficult to time. You don't know when he's faking and when it's real. He has tricks. Olajuwon nods. He's the one.
What?
Yeah, I definitely feel the sting of that quote just reading it, so imagine how it must have made Joel Embiid feel. But why would it affect the Sixers big man so much, you ask? Well, like I referenced in this video's intro, Joel Embiid relentlessly studied Hakeem when he started playing the game of basketball at the age of 15. He's on record saying things like this.
Is he one of your heroes, Hakeem?
Yeah, he's one of my idols. Yeah, with him, all the big guys, Tim Duncan. Yeah, but that's my favorite though. Favorite all time.
And there's plenty of evidence to suggest that Embiid modeled his game after Hakeem's, and he's consistently drawn comparisons to the former Rockets big man throughout his career, with many labeling him as the modern-day version of Hakeem. So, yeah. For two guys with a similar background, size, position, and post moves, it absolutely had to sting when Embiid heard or read this quote from Hakeem for the first time. And not only that, but the fact that Hakeem seemed to pile on in a way by calling Jokic the one after he said what he did about Embiid is pretty much a direct shot at Joel if you ask me. So the question was, how is Joel Embiid, the same man who calls himself Troel Embiid, going to respond to his idol Hakeem's comments? Well, if you know Troel, you knew his response was going to come with some spice. Remember again that this article dropped on January 18th, which was right after the middle game of the 76ers 5-game West road trip. After starting the trip 3-0, Philly was looking to make it 4 in a row at Portland, and Embiid came into this one hungry. Throughout the night, he was getting buckets in every possible way. Off the catch from 3? Yup. Pump fake? Couple dribbles to the mid-range fadeaway? You bet. Pick and roll with James Harden leading to the dunk? Boom. How about doing that again later in the game? For sure. And finally, how about a one-handed rainbow fadeaway over the 6'11 center Yusuf Nurkic? Oh yeah. Embiid finished with 32 points and 9 rebounds to notch his 7th straight game with 30 or more points, the second longest streak of his career. And that's not even the most memorable part of the night, because in the post-game presser, Embiid was talking about his new favorite spot on the floor being the elbow nail area, and he said, from the time that Doc Rivers got there, the first thing that he told me was, I need to figure out where I want the ball. Obviously, before it was in the post, but like I mentioned in the past, posting up and posting all game long is easy to double. It's funny when you've got these old guys always talking about posting up. You need to spend time in the paint and all that stuff. You can't win this way anymore. It's not the frickin' 90s or 80s like it used to be. So they must not have any basketball IQ.
Boom. Roasted.
Someone clearly read SportsIllustrated.com today. Ha! Let it be known at this point that Joel Embiid is not tolerating any disrespect, no matter if it was intended that way or not, and no matter who it's coming from. As far as the overall points that both Hakeem and Embiid made, I'd say the edge goes to Joel. Despite Hakeem being a 2-time champion with the most knowledge on the post game, he comes from an era of basketball that has been left in the past. The game is becoming more positionless than ever before, and to discourage Embiid from taking threes when he's attempting just 3 per contest and connecting at a rate of 36%, which is good, doesn't make much sense to me. Hakeem also makes it sound like Joel is shying away from the paint when in actuality, the numbers show that Embiid is not too far behind Jokic in terms of field goal attempts from inside 10 feet over the last 3 seasons. Ultimately, if you're a 7-footer that has the size and offensive bag that Embiid possesses, I see no reason to restrict his offensive possession to the post when the numbers and eye test both back up that what he does directly contributes to winning. It's a new era, and Joel Embiid is leading the charge. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you side with Hakeem or Embiid here when it comes to modern-day center style of play? Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we'll be back with more Topic Tackle coming soon. As always, stay solid, people.